slaves. Welcome back to Professor Providence. I gotta say, guys and girls, I really love saying that, especially like that. But anyway, so welcome back, students, to my amazing spiritual channel, Professor Providence. So today, I'm going to share with you guys 3 ways on how you can be more abundant in your life. So this is basically how to become more abundant part 2. So you got to watch part 1 and then listen to this one. Okay. Personally, I think that this angel right here is much more beautiful than the last one, but at the end of the day, they're all beautiful. All right. So anyways, so this is going to be really quick. Basically, the first technique on how you can become more abundant, in this part 2 series, is basically just to put whatever it is that you want to be abundant for in your pocket. So what I mean by that is, if you just draw a picture or whatever it is that you're trying to attract in your life, like let's just say it's money, for instance, and you don't have a whole lot of money, what you could do is you could draw a picture of money in your pocket. You can color it. You can color it like money, like you can make it all green and put like Benjamin Franklin or Abraham Lincoln or Thomas Edison or whoever is on that $100 bill or whatever, but just basically just color the money and just put it in your pocket. That way, you'll be more attractive and be abundant with money. Like you'll always have money, right? Or for example, like if you want to be more abundant with food, you can just draw a picture of food on a little piece of paper. Like it could be like pie or cheesecake or cupcakes or anything like that. Whatever it is that you like, your favorite food, and just put that in your pocket. That way, like, you'll always have food. You know what I mean? Like, or let's just say you wanted to be more abundant in clothing. You could just draw your favorite clothes that you want to buy and just, draw a picture of it on that little piece of paper and put it in your pocket, that way too, because that way you're going to be matching the vibration and the frequency of the you that already has those things. All right. Because we do live in a physical world, right? There are limitations, but if you pay attention to the cheat codes and like the law of attraction, you can use these techniques that I just said, for part 1, and you will naturally just match the vibration of the you that has these things already, and you'll be able to feel the emotions, you'll be able to feel the energy state, and you'll be in the state of being that person that has all the money, all the food, and all the clothing that you already have. Okay, so it's just, like a little mental, physical, and even a spiritual hack as well. And the universe is going to work with you with that. Because if it sees that you are putting something in your pocket of the thing that you want, it's like you're sending a prayer to the universe. And you're also like acting like you already have it. So, but I'm going to get that in like the next point of this video. But basically just whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you want to come into your life abundantly, just draw it on a little piece of paper and color it. Just make it dashful and just colorful and fairy-like or whatever, how deep you want to go, and just put it in your pocket, your shirt pocket or your shorts pocket or your shirt pocket, just some kind of pocket, even your book bag pocket, whatever pocket that you have, just make sure that it's with you 24/7. That way the universe will just bless you with those objects. All right. So that's the first technique. So the second technique on how you can become more abundant is to basically be open-minded. So what do I mean by that? When you're open-minded, what you're doing is you're basically meeting the universe at eye level, because the universe is an abundant universe. Like it has all these different ways and it has all these different pathways to send all of the things that you're trying to attract to you and become abundant with to get to you. Because there's really no such thing as one way. And I've learned that in my personal life too, because when I was trying to become more abundant with things in my life, I had to accept the fact that there was more than one way to get those things. So let's just say, for example, like if you want to be abundant with more money, you don't just have to earn money with your 9-to-5 job. You can find money on the street. You could ask a family member for some money or some friends, or maybe you can find money online or figure out how you can make an online business and make money that way. Or even just being around people with money, because money is an energy. So you can still be abundant with money and not just having it physically in a piece of paper, because money comes in all forms. And it's the same thing with food. You don't just have to have food at a certain place, at a certain restaurant. You can have food at a grocery store. You can have food at a farmer's market. You can order food off of line, or you can even like find food on the sidewalk. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't matter like where it comes from, like as long as you have food. And it's the same thing with clothing. Like I said before, you can find clothing like sometimes on the sidewalk, or you can find clothing at a a Salvation Army Goodwill store, or you can find clothing at like your friend's house. Like, let's just say they have like an extra sweater that they're no longer wearing, and you could just ask them, hey, like, are you wearing this? Like, can I wear it? So there's all these different ways and how you can be abundant with those objects that you want in your life. So basically, just be open-minded. Just surrender to the magic of the universe and just allow it to work its magic so that it can do everything it possibly can to get those things to you in your high vibration state. All right? So that's the second technique. Now, the third technique on how to become more abundant in your life is to basically be grateful. Show gratitude. All right. Now, even sometimes I struggle with this, but I'm getting better. So basically, for gratitude, you just have to be grateful for the things that you have. But since we're talking about the abundant things, what you can do is, and I apply this for my personal life, so I'm sharing it with you, my students, is if you want to have more money in your life, just be grateful for the little money that you have. Like, if you only have 3 cents, be glad that you have those 3 cents, because those 3 cents can actually teach you something, or it can show you a way, or you can give those 3 cents to somebody who actually needs it more than you, or you can find a game or something like that on like how you can play with 3 pennies or whatever. Just find something fun about it. And for the food, just be grateful for the food that you already have. Like, if you already have like 3 hot dogs or 3 donuts, or I don't know, 3 cheesesteaks or something like that, like you want more, just be grateful that you have those foods. Because if you show that you're, in a grateful mindset, and it's the same thing with clothes as well, the universe is going to show you that you can be grateful for the smaller things, so that way it can move you up to the bigger things, like where you're leveling up. Because if you don't know how to appreciate the small things, if you don't know how to appreciate the hot dogs, or if you don't know how to appreciate the 3 pennies, or if you don't know how to appreciate the raggedy clothing, whatever like that, you won't be able to appreciate the glamorous woven universal clothing, or like that seafood with like the caviar and like the spinach, or even like the $1 million. Like, you won't know how to appreciate it because you won't have been trained to start at level 1. So you just have to work your way up to your gratitude. Now, I'm not saying you have to like completely change like overnight. I'm just saying just little steps. So just remind yourself, you know what? At least I got these 3 cents. So like, I could do a lot with 3 cents. Like, you can even start a conversation with people. You can even like make like an improv story about like how like you found 3 cents. You can make a joke out of it. You can make a joke out of it, and then in that way you'll be able to connect with other people who fuck with your joke. You'll make more friends, and who knows, maybe those friends could be millionaires, or maybe those friends could own all of these like clothing shopping stores, or maybe those friends like probably own like all these restaurants. Like, you just never know. Like, the universe works in mysterious ways. So if you're just grateful for the small things, you literally get like the whole cake. Because I believe that we can have our cake and eat it too. We just have to find the right ingredients, and as well as the right chefs as well. But that's for another video. All right. So there you are, my students. This is basically how to become more abundant part 2. So just to reiterate, the first technique, if I remember correctly, is, oh yeah, there we go, is to just, whatever it is that you want to have abundant in your life, just put it in your pocket. Just draw a little picture of it, however small or how big you want to make it, and just put it in your pocket and just keep it 24/7. That way the universe will know that you already have it, because the universe likes to pretend as well until like the magic actual happens, right? The second technique is to be open-minded. Like, don't, suffer or limit yourself to one way of getting things, because there's a million ways you can get things, especially when it comes to abundance. And the third way is just to simply just show gratitude. Just be grateful for whatever small things you have, because I guarantee you, those motherfucking things are going to multiply over time once you become a master at your own abundance. All right. So, my students, if you enjoyed this video, this recording, please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe, because Professor Providence always wants to give you tricks and tips on how to hack this video game called life, and just be one with yourselves, and just understand this universe that we're living in, because we all deserve divine glory, consciousness, and kindness and love. All right. So, as always, stay true to yourselves, be one with yourselves, and love yourselves. Until next communion.